What's up, everybody? Joseph R. Wheeler III, artist, founder, president of the ONYXCON Foundation. Another one, another day, another dollar. Y'all see the boxes behind me. We out here getting to it, doing that side gig to the main gig. The main gig is you and me and us and this content and this dream and this vision and this epic journey known as ONYXCON. And it ain't just started here on YouTube. YouTube is just another part of the frontier. You understand? We ain't new to this. We true to this. You understand? Since 2009, y'all. Since 2009. Because we were a convention first. We were an event. We were a live entity. We would have annual conventions. That's what we started as, an ONYXCON. It was a convention, C-O-N. You understand? Yeah. That's how it all began. And this is how it is continuing. After the pandemic, we decided we're going to put everything online. We're going to build with content. We're going to do multi-niche content. Because ONYXCON is more than just an event. Always was more than just an event. It's a lifestyle, baby. ONYXCON is a lifestyle. And that lifestyle consists of living your best art life. But you got to understand what art is to understand why it's got all these different things that we deal with. And some people say, well, how's that art? You don't know what art is. You don't know what the arts are. But it's okay. We're here to teach you. I understand why you don't know. A lot of people don't know because that's systematic imbalance. So that only certain economic groups, ethnic groups, etc., get the advantages of the arts and apply it to their lives. They want that to happen, those who are on that, those who are outside of the human family. See, I'm with the human family. I don't give a damn which construct you claiming, white, black, all that. Yeah, that was a construct. I don't care which one you claim. I'm part of that human family. Now, we out here with that human family. Are you a human? I'm a human. Are you a mammal? I'm a mammal. You understand? I'm also an alien, but that's a whole other deeper conversation. All my AT aliens was good, A-Town. All right? 5 in the building. We need to get them thumbs up. Ain't nobody a stranger here. I know. Come on. Show some love. Let's get some thumbs up. If you can hear my voice right now, put some thumbs up. Let's get some thumbs going up. Let's make sure we are respecting each other's energy. If you're in here longer than a minute, you need to be hitting the thumbs up. How about that? 14 in the building. Let's get to it. Thumbs up. Let's get them flying. Let's get some love over here in the corner. Let's go. So, here's what I'm talking about. First and foremost, with the multi-niche concept, thank you so much. There we go. Now I got an audience. Whoever did this, you my audience. The rest of them, they can make themselves matter. I'm glad to see the number. That's fine. That's cute. That's cute, but that ain't nothing until they do this. Yeah, do this. And then we really talking, you understand? So to my one, shout out to my one. Let's go. Doing some new content. Really ain't new, but it's something I'm going to start doing more. Because we got to push y'all and it's 3 main ways you get your numbers right and get to the monetization which we deserve, okay? Because we come with respect first, then power, then money. And we got how many years of showing all this good respect? Ain't been a dime put on it, but we still years. See, most people can't do nothing over a day. But where my money? Money. No, I understand the concept. This is not about that. You got to start with something you love. I love what I do. This is ONYXCON. This is my baby. You understand? So I would do this if they're whether here or anywhere. I said YouTube is later in the process. I've been on, as far as social media goes, I've been on Facebook probably longer than anything. Instagram most successfully in terms of numbers, but it's just numbers. Unless it's active, unless it's people actually putting in and sharing resources and kicking it back reciprocally. So there's my issue with YouTube because we got like 17,000 damn near. 16.8 last time I checked. Okay. But as far as the main page, but then we got other pages too. We got ONYXCON Rise, ONYXCON Style, ONYXCON Fitness, ONYXCON Outdoors, ONYXCON Hotties, celebrating the beautiful women of the world and their talents, not just how they look, not just how fine they are, but what they know, what they can share and their abilities. Yes, ladies, we love you. We ain't playing about that. We ain't playing about that at all. Shout out to all my ladies out here. Okay? So in doing what we do, we've got numbers on some of our other pages, especially ONYXCON Outdoors. I think we're like just over 2,000 or right at for that page. So that's my next one. I think will eventually get to 10,000. But even when it does, I already know it's a lurking kind of energy on a lot of these apps. People look, but they don't support direct. When it's come time for you to be like, look, I got the numbers up. Y'all can share something. Y'all can do something. Y'all can help. Or better yet, we ain't got to wait on the app to say that for what happens here. You can send us funds anytime. Hello, saying this to you right now. Three in the woo, yeah. Now they are all my real ones coming in here. My real ones coming in. How y'all doing? Kelly, that's why I knew it was real up in here. The energy of the realest came up in here. Compton's in the house. What's good? What's good, sis? That's my homegirl right there, for real. Good afternoon to you too. Hope all is well on your side. Hey, we out here surviving in the heat. It's a little humid today. It's like cloudy, but still, it's warm. It's what it ought to be this time of year. But it's got a little cool breeze at the same time. It's weird. It's like when I'm in the car, I feel damp and hot, but I get out and the breeze is perfect, and it's overcast, so it's all over the place. Typical Atlanta day, nothing too strange. Four likes up. Thank you. I see you. Appreciate y'all. But yeah, and if I miss a comment, hey, the steering wheel is like literally right on where the comments are, and I can't be playing about that. I pull it up every now and then and try and see something. But anyway, telling y'all what's good. So got this new format because I said I like to go to I call it my secretary when I talk to Chat GPT, because it really can be your secretary. It can, and this is not an advertisement. I wish they were putting in. I remember when I first started using Chat, I asked it what it knew about ONYXCON. And that's when I knew this thing was amazing, because I said, damn, it really did go all over the web, pull every piece of every data, all kind of stuff on us, and gave me a damn near 90 something percent. I would give it a 90 something percent response in terms of how factual everything it said was. It understood the essence of what we're doing, why we do it. It spoke about the commission and everything. Only thing it didn't do, it didn't understand that we had went mostly online, and something else that it didn't understand. So I corrected it, and it said, "Well, thank you." Like translation, I'll never make that mistake again, because now I know direct from the source, right? So that was really cool, and I learned a lot from that. And then from there on, I just, I became less and less animosity towards AI and more curiosity for how you're gonna have to deal with it. So figure out healthy, ethical ways. And people say ethical AI, and I love that phrase because that's how I approach it. It ain't no use in being afraid and scared. I always laugh at people who say, "I don't mess with the AI. I don't mess with it." Like, you're online, right? While you're saying this, right? Well, yeah, but I'm just on Instagram. If it's an app, it's connected to AI. Did you hear what I said? If it is an app, at this time in history, in 2026, if it is a technological, if you have a phone in your freaking hand that calls itself a smartphone, is labeled a smartphone, you're connected to AI. It's so silly to hear people say stuff like that. It's like, I understand why you're mad. I understand people that lost jobs. I understand friends of mine. But here's what I said to y'all years ago, before it got to the point it is now. We're only talking less than 5 years ago, by the way. You understand? I said, you need to confide in each other. You need to support each other. If there's real people in your life, y'all get along, you can work together, and you're doing stuff that's similar, make movies with your friends independently on the weekend. Do what all the street hustlers turned comedians and scammers turned comedians and actors and shit. And they said it, so I'm not making this up to be, oh man, he coming for so-and-so, you got smart. Ain't no goddamn smart. I'm gonna say a name, and it's a name that there's an example that's true. Just one example, there's too many. But when Country Wayne, who said on his interview with Club Shay Shay that he was a drug dealer in Savannah, Georgia, he ain't hide this shit. He said this is what he used to do. It was all in his family. This is what he said he did. So he telling you where his stacks came from. But that's the only part I don't like about his speeches. He try and act like you gonna say that all that time doing all that dirt, you didn't save that money, and then you just washed it up with all this stuff, and now you want to brag, and now you got religious. You say Jesus popping, and I'm not religious, man. It's such bullshit. But anyway, another topic. What do you be real? Just be real. The money didn't just fall out the damn sky, and you ain't. You know, you did what you did, and now you where you at because you knew how to put it together and get them cameras and get all that other equipment and people in this money obsessed society that don't even agree with what you did or whatever you did to get it will still sit right there with you and do stuff with you because at the end of the day they just looking for the money and to be able to pay their bills and make life easier. Simple and plain. Simple and plain. And that's for all of us. Because whether it's street level or if it's, you see them boxes behind me? That level of gangster. This level of gangster. Y'all know what I'm saying. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. We back. We back. Sorry about that, but it's going to be like that because whenever I'm doing these orders, I'm going to be in and out, in and out. So the feed going to drop at times and I'll be right back. That's how this works. So if you go on here and it tells you ONYXCON is on and he's live again, just come right back and I'll keep chatting. I got 5 minutes to the next stop, so we're gonna get it in. We're gonna say as much as we can. Okay. Uh Shout out Kel Cole as always in the comments showing love. Appreciate you. So yeah, back to my topic. Like I say all the time, I said, you know, there's this other level of gangsterism. And the only reason I'm doing it like that is, you know, I didn't learn too much about life at 50. I could get a deal. The gangster on this level is so gangster. They'll watch me dogging them out and be like, he's funny though. He's entertaining. And people are, did you see his engagement levels? It's pretty amazing. Okay, you know, once I get to a certain level, once we get my, then they'll be like, we want to make you a sponsor, you know, give you a brand ambassador deal with us. And so now my former contractual employer, which was contractual. Okay, I never was an employee of that company. You know, these folk with these boxes behind me, never been an employee. I am a I am a independent contractor and has a contractual agreement to do deliveries. But then they see that and they see that you done been consistent. Always, I know how it can go. I'm not saying I want this to happen. I'm just saying this is how weird America is. Like they will let you talk about them. I'm and still give you a job doing something related to the thing you were dogging out. You don't believe it? Look at my main man, Ice-T. I love Ice-T. That's one of my favorite, one of the greatest OG gangster rappers of all time, the legend. I love some Ice-T, man. I'm from the old school with Ice-T. Before he was the actor, I liked Ice as a rapper, okay? So when he did Cop Killer, which if you lived through that time, you know how serious that was, how serious that record was, right? It was just like NWA's F the Police, you know what I'm saying? But when he did that, yo, after he went through all it, after they fried him and went through all the pain, he come out on the other side of it on Law and Order playing a cop. It's like this shit though. It's too much. It's too much. So you can't. Well, my point is, as long as you're in their game, they can play it any way they want to play it at any time. But when you got your own, and you're still in the matrix because you're gonna be in the matrix because the matrix is so much bigger and well established. And somebody say, I ain't in the matrix at all. And I love to hear people talk that shit because again, where'd you hear them when you heard them? Online. How else did I hear you? You somewhere and I never met you. You're outside the world, but I got your opinion. How do I remember your opinion or what you said? Because I saw you online. Why are you online if you're off the grid? There's no such thing. You ain't off no damn grid. If you on one of these phones, you on the grid. You in the matrix. It's just such a joke. It's like people just want to feel important. They just want to pretend that they're more than they are. Oh, I'm so mighty because I haven't touched myself and I got this, that, and the other. Yeah, okay, great, great. Nothing wrong with having all that knowledge. But it's something stupid about pretending that you're not a part of this bullshit like every goddamn body else using these motherfucking phones. We all on these bitches. We in the matrix. You understand me? We are in it. Face it now. Once you face it, yo, what made the Matrix so amazing as a concept is be Morpheus, be Neo. That's all. Just hey, I may be in this motherfucker, but guess what? I'm wearing leather. I got my shades on, and I'm gonna kick some ass until too many of them Mr. Smiths show up, and I'm gonna put some whoop on Smith until the rest of them show up, and then I'm gonna keep it moving because I ain't stupid enough to think I'm bigger than the machine. That's it. Just not because you don't think better than and have a better way of life intended than the machine. You just facing the facts of the life you were born into. You were born into the motherfucker. You got the plug in your damn head. That's the message, man. It ain't about pretending that you're not in it. It's about being better than it once you realize what it is. But at the same time, not talking down to other people who wake up to that to make them feel like, well, till you think exactly like I do, you ain't shit. No, no. But you do need to be on a certain level. There are levels. Now, you just gonna stay at the bottom of it, then no, I can't do nothing for you, man. Then you may as well be smithing them. And they are. That's the other message. Everybody who's so caught up in the lie, they're the deceivers. They're the dude who said in the scene, sitting there and said, I just want to be somebody important. He's in the fancy restaurant eating it. I know the steak isn't real, and he's eating the bloody steak, and but he don't care. He's obsessed with the what? What's that formula? Money, power, respect. Money, power, respect. He put money first. He's okay with the. I know the money's not real. I know none of it's real. He's okay with that. He didn't put respect first because he knows respect means when I wake up from the dream, I'm in an old Long John shirt with holes in it on the Nebuchadnezzar. We never know when the octopus robots are gonna hit. This shit is for real war. It is real gritty. It ain't just talking about it. It's being about it 24/7. It's different. It's different when you really are woke. See what woke really mean? Before they took it and tried to destroy what it means. But we ain't gonna never let it go because we know what it's supposed to mean. When black folk gave everybody else in the world the true meaning of that phrase. And folk want to twist it up. Even some black folk lose their mind in the matrix. Oh man, they crazy. They trying to be what? Did you just say? Yeah, yeah. And they probably voted for the red caps. So mm, all of that, right? Oh, don't be surprised if you're new here. We don't hold our tongue. We ain't with the maggots. We ain't with the maggots. Not at all. Anyway, so man, please. It's real, y'all. It's real. It's real. But when you're conscious of all these things I'm talking about, the real challenge becomes there's plenty of people who have been awakened to some of what I'm saying, but they still sleep because when it matters, where they can apply all this knowledge and all this understanding, they don't apply it to nothing. It's just, yeah, you're aware, but what are you doing? You're not supporting. You got other people in your circle. Y'all could come together and build something. Do your own films. Do your own this. Do your own that. See, I've done it and still doing it. But the difference is, and I'm not ashamed. There was a time when I was ashamed to show this side of it. I didn't want to show people that I'm out here doing deliveries and stuff. Man, fuck it, show them so that when I do blow, they can't say, "Oh man, it seemed like he just got that out of nowhere," because them gangsters gave him that deal and he did that commercial and now he all big time. Fool, I was talking about this before the commercial came. All you gotta do is back each other up and everything else will be all right because you'll create systems and institutions. But without those, yes, y'all. Yes, y'all. Like that, that, y'all. So yeah, like I was just saying, y'all. Breaking it down for you. It's as simple as it ain't simple, but it is as simple as everything I'm saying. A lot of times, people don't want to back up whatever you're doing until there's some other level of fame attached to it. Until they see you with a star they recognize. I see a page. It's like I got over 5,000 posts, right? And there's plenty of posts where in my edutainment value way of doing everything I do, I'm talking the way I'm talking. I'm going deep. And then I got my fluff stuff on purpose because we all need a little escapism. We need a lot of escapism in this American craziness or world craziness. You need something that's just entertainment. That's why I do edutainment. I'm entertaining you, but I'm educating you at the same time, right? And what I've learned is when I look at my numbers and whatever has reached the highest numbers, it's always the gossipy, celebrity connected reaction videos and stuff like that. It's never the stuff where I've gone into something and broke it down theoretically on something super deep and meaningful, life changing, something that could really enrich somebody's way of thinking on things, right? People may watch it. I'm not saying they don't watch that. It becomes this like, if you hit the right notes, they'll sit there and listen. Like people in this live so far with this one, it's been freaking 50 people in here so far, baby. Only Kelly that I know from fan base is one that I know already knows where I'm at with everything I'm saying and respects what I'm saying, right? then I don't know who these other eyes are. When I see 2, 3, 4, 5, whatever, I got 5 thumbs up though, so that tell me somebody hearing me and feeling me, right? Okay, but the rest of I don't know. I don't know who that might be. You see, but what I've learned about people online is, like I say, if it's fluffy and silly and over the top, if you're yelling, if it's sexual, if it's violent, if it's connected to sexual or violent energy or anything, oh, they with it. They with it. They all over it. Look at my number going up as soon as I said those words. It was 0. As soon as I just said those words, it's like the average. And I raise my voice. Look at that. 19. If I get a little louder. Watch us hit 20 something. Just to 22. See what I'm saying? Just cause I got louder. This is the bullshit, man. This is the bullshit. Why I gotta yell and say something about any of those things I just said to get an audience? Why? But I'm playing with it on purpose. I'm doing it on purpose. I'm looking at it. Look, and it don't even matter. It's a 22 now. It's gonna go down because people are like, oh, he's playing a game. He's just trying to figure something out. I don't know if I like this. Don't matter. If I get loud again, watch. I'll let it drop all the way down. It's 11 now, right? It'll get down to 0 again. I'll get loud again. Watch that shit jump back up to 20 something. It's fucking crazy. It's crazy, people. It's crazy. Like I said, this number is gonna get to 0 again. It's 8 now. 6 thumbs up. Appreciate you. Watch it get down to 0 again. I promise you, it's gonna jump to 0 because they scared. You see? But anyway, but this is the game we all play being on here doing this stuff. It's like if it ain't over the top, if it ain't crazy and wild, if it ain't gossipy, if it ain't negative, if it ain't low frequency, if it ain't, it's like, damn, where's the fucking numbers? I was watching Cam Newton's interview the other night of Ray J, Brandy's brother Ray, the singer, performer, personality. Lord have mercy. I ain't gonna front, man. Ray J has always been entertaining. He's hilarious at his worst and his best. He's hilarious, and it's disturbingly bad when it's bad. You know, to the point where I'm like, okay, enough of this. Now, come on, now, Ray J, goddamn. You know, and I got to get out. I just got to leave. Like, okay, this is too much. But as long as he's in that pocket of, try, like what he was explaining during this interview that was really hilarious to me. He pretty much said that him and his team, because all these people, all these celebrities have your lawyer, your stylist, your public PR person, okay, public relations and everything, person that's gonna work the deal so you can get that endorsement and whatever, all this kind of stuff. And he's always going between making headlines for something shocking, whether it's getting into fights with his friends, literally sad, but yeah, uh, fell out with family members. You know, he alluded to the fact that Brandy don't talk to him no more or something, and I was like, God damn, fell out with your family, but it's like that. This guy here, man. But what got me the most about, all right, okay. So as I was saying about this Ray J interview, so at a certain point, nothing I'm saying is a direct quote. I never say I'm doing direct quotes unless I'm looking at it, reading it. But in so many words, he kind of alluded to the fact that for the past few years of him doing a lot of wild out yelling and going crazy in interviews, getting into these fights with his friends over nonsense, and I guess getting caught up in wild party and all kind of other stuff he done, that it was all in its own way. He kind of said it was a publicity stunt. Like, it's a part of who he is. It ain't that he's pretending to be somebody he's not, but it's like he's focused purposefully on the worst side of himself to garner numbers that led to him getting certain deals and endorsements and stuff. And he literally uh makes it as if, like, yeah, this is legit, like this is just a business model, and it's all strategic. He kept saying strategic, and I was like, this dude, like. But I appreciate the honesty because it sheds light on not just something that somebody like him did, but this is what a lot of them are doing. You know, like people, oh man, I mean, all of these people have a history of acting too. Now, as a real actor and having been in movies and shows and things, I'm just a little bit different about that part of it because I'm like, okay, if you're gonna act, man, people got to know when it's the character and when you're just being you. And if there's no thin line, if the line is so thin that it doesn't matter, well, it's just it's different. It's not the unfortunately, for black celebrities, especially a young black man, okay, who is from Los Angeles, is from a hood and all this stuff, with that kind of lineage and that kind of past, even though you grew up pretty middle class and stuff, still ended up, caught up in the street stuff as he openly says he had. Ray J, like, man, for him to be on the level he's been able to accomplish still and make the money and all this good stuff, whatever, whatever. I'm like, man, it just makes you a bigger target. And why put that target on your head like that with these fools out here nowadays? And it's almost like he just don't. In that interview with Cam Newton, like I say, if you haven't seen it, and this is not no direct promotion. Like I say, I wish these people were connected to me where I could, yeah, get put that check in the mail. I'm just stuff that tells the truth about this mentality, because a lot of these people don't be that honest about what they're doing. That it's all a big charade any fucking way, right? He's like, yeah, this is my bullshit. This is what I'm on. This is what I be doing, and this is what y'all buying because it's obviously working because he's able to pay his bills with it. And he even, pulled out his phone and had to show real numbers of money he's made. Now even that though got skeptic because of something else he said. It pretty much at this next point of what I'm talking about, it defunked almost everything else he had said up to that point in the interview because in the funniest of ways, like they started talking about, you know, guys like them being in the fast lane and having access to so many women that want them and all of this mess. And Cam kind of asked him what his body count was, and this fool said something like 13,000 or something insane. And Cam was like, "Excuse me, like, yeah, y'all, yeah, y'all. Let me show y'all something real quick. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. This is what I'm talking about right now. Okay, out here in the semi boonies, right? Folk got the private drive, farmland. You know what I'm talking about? So some of y'all don't know nothing about that. Y'all don't understand the value of that. Y'all don't understand why that's a big deal. Y'all just say country shit. Now you understand, man, with your city ass. That's true wealth. Y'all love to get these little catchphrases y'all love to talk about. Talking about some damn generational wealth. You just repeating some phrase you heard some rapper say that didn't know that he or she didn't even know years ago, but suddenly that's become a phrase in the last 10, 15 years. Man, let me tell y'all something. That's real. For some people, ain't nobody new to it. If you're from the South, you should know because you more than likely got family like I got, where somebody has some farmland, and if they've maintained it, you already know. You already know. That's true. That's true. Uh, Sustainability over time, but it ain't overnight. It ain't fast. It ain't quick. It ain't hot. It ain't sexy. The whole world ain't got to know your business. And all, you know what I'm saying? It's different. It's different. It's different. And for some folk, they just can't handle that. I mean, I can't brag about it and tell everybody. And yeah, no, that don't know. It would behoove you not to, right? You can say you got something, but you got to get all into every little single piece and part and parcel. No, that's not smart. Oh man, shout out to the six who put the thumbs up so far. I appreciate y'all. Y'all gonna be the reason this was an epic live. I really do appreciate that. But I'm gonna continue my topic as I was and rewind myself back to what I was saying about using the example of how Ray J on Cam Newton show Funky Friday, they was really going all out. They was going all out. I didn't, but when he started talking about his sexual appetite and list of women he's been with and all this stuff, right? I just said, golly, this dude will say anything, right? And Cam kept doing the math, like, man, how in the hell? He even put out the calculator and it showed over his shoulder on the camera. And he's really doing the math on like one of the numbers that Ray J said. It was like, there's no human literal way this is possible, man. You couldn't fit that many women in sessions into one day. Like, I mean, I know you can say threesomes and foursome or whatever, but still, how? How did you do it? What are you saying? And so he finally admitted what he really meant. He was saying, any one person, whoever they've been with, you may as well have slept with, because everybody they touch, you're dealing with their body chemistry, you're dealing with their, as they say, yo, the spirit, the energy of sex lingers, right? That's what he was pretty much saying. So I got that. I understood that, and I said, okay, I understand what he said. But he's so peculiar and crazy about the way he gonna say things, and provocative on purpose. Like, that's the best word to describe this dude in general. Provocative. Like, I come to the conclusion, I think Ray J he loves shock value. He's like Kanye, and him and Kanye used to be closer, but they fell out and all this kind of stuff or whatever. These are the people he runs with. And even like you mentioned, Chris Brown being one of his best friends. Again, he likes that provocative energy. He likes where people can't really say yay or nay when it comes to him. They gotta just say, I don't know, and that'll be the answer. It'll be fine. Just to say I don't know. And I get that as an artist myself, but some of it goes beyond being an artist. It's just being obnoxious and silly, and all I can say is he's got so much personality. No matter what it is, it will be funny. If you can get the silly of it, the shit will be funny. That's all I can say. It is that. I was not expecting that interview to be that funny, and I didn't expect myself to watch it. Like, I don't usually watch stuff like that complete. I'll put it in pieces. I'll come to this later. But I guess it just caught me on the right night, right time. I was gonna do some gaming. I didn't feel like playing the game, so it was in the background playing most of the time. While I was playing chess. So I love some chess. So I was playing some. I played about 4 or 5 games of chess and just listened to it. And every now and then would look up when he would say something too ridiculous for me not to look